Welcome traders, you join us on day 2 of 5 of our $50,000 Take Profit Trader evaluation. Let's take a quick look at the Take Profit Trader dashboard. So we are currently $1,645 in profit from yesterday's trading. We have traded 1 of 5 days required. We are slightly over our 50% consistency rate, but we can look to flip the account in the later days of the eval to bring this percentage down. As we move further down, we can see that our end of day drawdown has moved to $49,645, which is the minimum account balance we must maintain to not blow the account. The end of day drawdown updates daily and will trail you for the first $2,000 of profit. Let's move on to the chart for some pre-market analysis. We've got some sparks flying in the Nasdaq futures market. Let's gear up and rip through what's setting the tone ahead of the bell. We're currently cruising at 23,111. Bulls are back in the game and flexing early. After a dip, bounce and chop in the overnight session, buyers have finally punched above 23,100, with price holding steady above the VWAP and 9 EMA across all timeframes. Smooth sailing so far. The RSI is pushing above 60, not quite overcooked, but definitely heated. Momentum is swinging upward with MACD histograms flipping green and lines curling bullish. That's the kind of energy we like to see when eyeballing a breakout. The 5-minute chart just broke a short-term consolidation channel and volume is building, not explosive yet, but steady and convincing. The 1-minute chart already gave us a juicy little pop above 23,110, and if this keeps up, we may test that 23,138 resistance from earlier highs. Downside? Watch the support shelf near 23,085 and 23,060. If we lose that, we could revisit the volume shelf and yesterday's low zones. But for now, momentum is saying northbound. So grab that coffee, lock in your levels and get ready. This morning looks primed for some action. Eyes on the breakout, fingers on the trigger, and remember, trade smart, trade savage. Let's get paid. Let's do this. We rewind back a few hours here to our first trade for the day on the overnight Asian session, looking for a quick trade before we head to sleep. It turned out to be a grind and a reminder why we should be patient and stick to our strategy. This trade certainly had the heart rate increased. So we can see on the 5-minute chart we have a strong downtrend, which we recently broke, and a bear flag forming on the 1-minute chart, with buying volume decreasing, signaling our entry for 6 contracts short. We set our take profit at key levels of resistance and our stop loss just above the volume weighted average price. I'm going to time lapse now as the price chops around 23,045 and 23,029 for almost an hour. The Asian session has limited trading volume, which often causes people to size up on contracts as they chase profit goals. This is a bad strategy, as we tend to often see sharp, quick movements, as you will see later in this video. The Asian session is known for low volatility and thinner liquidity. That means price moves are usually smaller and slower. If you come in swinging with a big position, chasing daily profit goals, you're putting yourself at risk. Here's why. The market can chop sideways for hours, trapping big positions. Spreads can widen unexpectedly, eating into your margin. And with fewer participants, sudden spikes can stop you out fast. Keeping your contract size small protects your capital, keeps your emotions in check, and gives you more flexibility to react as the market unfolds. Focus on consistency, not hitting a dollar target. We rejoin the action with the price still chopping around 23,040. We get a sudden big seller step into the market. There was no news to impact this move to the downside and comes unexpectedly. We then decide to take the $300 profit, exit the trade, breathe a sigh of relief, and head to bed to wait for the NY session to open the next day. We are now at the New York Open the next day. We are roughly 15 minutes into the day. The trade we take today is one of my favorite trades to take. It requires patience, strong willpower, and a level head. We are using the Lux Algo Orban Targets indicator on the 5-minute chart and have our opening range set at 15 minutes. ORB stands for Opening Range Breakout, a strategy that focuses on the price action during the first minutes of the session, often used to catch early momentum. This indicator automatically marks the opening range, typically based on the first 15 or 30 minutes, and then plots breakout levels above and below it. Once price breaks out of that range, the indicator also prints projected targets, which are based on that range's size. We need to wait for the opening range to form. Once price breaks above or below, we can enter in the direction of the breakout, ideally on strong momentum. The targets help us manage our trade with logical take-profit zones, and the original range can also act as a stop-loss guide. It's clean, visual, and great for both trend and scalp traders. But remember, forced breakouts happen, especially in choppy sessions, so always combine it with volume or structure for confirmation. As an example, if the price broke to the upside, but we had VWAP or yesterday's high before the take-profit goal, these may suppress the price action and stop us hitting our goal, so we need to be situationally aware before taking the breakout indicator as gospel. Here we can see the 15-minute range has formed in the grey area, and we are now waiting for a break and close to the upside or down to confirm a buy or sell position. We get a break to the upside, and the indicator prints a buy icon at the bottom, telling us we should be looking to take a buy position. Ideally, we need to wait to the candle to close to confirm it is not a fake out and that we are likely to get price action continuing to the upside. We get the break and close and take a long position for 2 contracts. You will see on the chart a very small green line indicated here, just above the pre-market high. This is our TP1 goal. Once the price hits this, the indicator will print a TP2 goal. I always close the position when it hits TP1, as greed in the market is not healthy. Let's take a look at what confluence we got to take this position. We got a strong green breakout candle. We are above the VWAP, 21N9 EMA, all indicating continuation to the upside. We also have the crossover on the MACD as a further signal to buy, so this is a very strong opportunity to take the long. In the opening range breakout in grey, there will be a 50% area marked out as dotted line. We should be looking to place our stop loss just below this. Today we have VWAP just below this line, so we use this as good area to place our stop loss and wait for the trade to play out. Here we get extremely close to hitting our TP1, but get rejected off the pre-market high level. The price retraces around 50% from our breakout candle, but are confident in the move to the upside, and we add one more buy contract and wait for it to hit our take profit.
Order filled. Order filled.
The price hit our take profit and we walk away with $1,100 in profit from this trade. A wonderful trade. Alright traders, here's the breakdown of today's session, July 17th, 2025. I placed a total of 7 trades using 22 contracts with a gross profit and loss of $1,460. After subtracting $45 in commissions and fees, the net total P&L came out to $1,415. The session had a strong win rate of 85.71%, with 6 out of 7 trades ending in profit. My average trade time was around 34 minutes, and the longest trade lasted just over 1 hour and 10 minutes. The largest single winning trade brought in $890, and my average winning trade was $271.67. As for the one losing trade, it cost me 170 expectancy per trade today, came in at $208.57, which shows strong edge and consistency. Overall, this was a clean and controlled session. I kept risk tight, let the winners breathe, and focused on high probability setups. Solid execution across the board. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts or questions, and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Join us tomorrow for day 3 of our 5-day take profit trader evaluation. We're just getting started. Let's keep the momentum going. See you then.